up, everybody? AngryIceCube here. Okay, now last time we did a fire and ice, we went into Sebulus, and I said I had to go back and talk to the dude, and he'd tell me what the next component was. Well, no. Turns out the next component was, here's a bag of components, go craft it yourself, jerk. Okay, yeah, so I need a woodworker. So today's video is a special video. I'm going to show you, well, the crafting system. I'm only going to do one rush order, but I'll talk about it. You can select the level of rush order you want to do. You have 8.5 minutes to get it done. So let's do level 34. You'll see that I've already got my fuels ready to go. And as I level, I've got my skill books up to level 50. I'm currently level 70. I have no vitality experience left for trade skilling. So this will show you just how easy it is to gain trade skilling levels based on rush orders. Again, rush orders are timed. I'm a woodworker, so we'll just don't click that. We go over here, search for invoices. Timer is now started. Alright, what am I making? Arrow, bodkin, fey iron bodkin. Alright, so this is how you do a rush order. And this is how you craft. Okay, you'll notice there's a green bar. Well, there's 4 of them. You'll notice it just went down. That's basically, that's the durability. That's the hit points of the item I'm making. If I lose a full bar, I lose the possibility of making that particular level, which in this case would be 100 arrows. Then I would be limited to 75, 50, and 25 respectively, based on which one is left. You can regain your progress bar. Notice I already have. Using these skills and countering the little events that pop up at the bottom there. Well, here, let's see. Let's wait for one. Yeah, there's one. Match the icon. That's all I have to do. See the green? I got it right. And that will give you a successful roll. Notice the 2 numbers over my head. +4, +7, 8. The number on the left is the durability loss. The number on the right is the progress gain. Just because I said durability loss does not mean it is a negative number. Usually it will be, but based on how well of a roll I got and these abilities that I'm using, it can become positive, just like that positive number on the right can be negative. Those events, if you successfully counter them, you're guaranteed a successful roll. If you don't, you don't necessarily get a bad roll. Sometimes you'll fail to counter, but you'll still get a successful roll. If you click the wrong icon, I think it's a guaranteed failed roll, but I'm not sure. All that being said, there are different events that can pop up down there. By different events, I mean these are just regular events that I've been getting, but there are ones that give you buffs. There are, if anything says flawless on the event title, getting it right will instantly complete the item, and I think it even gives you the fuel back. And that's the oh, see, I'm getting failures there, so I'm losing chunks of durability. But watch this. That's all I did. I just clicked it. Guaranteed roll. Not very big because I didn't use any other abilities on it. But notice how I'm getting that the progress back. Yeah. See, it is possible to go from a almost completely ruined item to successfully completing it. I have done it before. But sometimes the number generator just hates you. And it's faster to just click the stop sign icon. It will stop you and give you whichever item is currently highlighted. Okay, I've successfully completed one of the items that gave me the fuel cost back. Now I gotta go make the pike. Let's go make a pike. Captain Pike? No, Briarwood Pike. Alright. I've still got 5.5 minutes left, so we're doing great. Keep in mind that 5.5 minutes is just to complete the crafting part of the rush order. If I'm down to 5 seconds to go and I finish that item, I don't now have 4 seconds to make it to that guy. The timer stops. So, you know, let's craft the final item. That's all you gotta do. It can be done. It's easy. It's not hard at all. At the lower levels, you'll use most of that time limit up. But at higher levels, I'm usually done with, like, you know, like now, actually. My upper level crafters, I'm generally done within 3.5 minutes. It doesn't take long at all because my skills are high enough that I have really good success chance, so I can just spam my abilities. And even if I do get some failures in there, one ability generally completely negates that failure. But like I said, if you get a flawless, that will instantly finish the item. So will inspiration. Inspiration will instantly finish the item, but it also gives you a rare and refunds the cost of all the materials. So if you were making a longsword called love, you would literally be making love out of nothing at all. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There are little procs that you have as a crafter, like the blessing of Brel. Again, you'll make the item without using any of the items or materials up. There are trade skill prestige abilities that you can get. This one allows you to, thanks mouse, this one allows you to make items in bulk. Keep in mind that does not affect rush orders and quests. If they want you to make 5 of something and you have the first level of this, which allows you to make 5, no. You still would have to make it 5 times. That's what the quests are asking you to do. They're asking you to make it 5 times. So making 3 on one try, well, you made it 1 time. You get to go make it twice. This one allows you to experiment on items. Experimentation is kind of risky. It's like crafting. It's the same general series. These icons are different though, and they're not in the same order. And if you fail, you blow the item up. The item being like this one, I just made it. Okay, so it's made. I've got it. Hurrah! But now I can experiment on it and improve those stats based on what experimentation options I choose. You can experiment on something up to a total of 5 times. You have 5 points in this. It gets harder each time. But if you fail even once, this item is destroyed. So there you have it. Talk about these real fast here. The icons for your skills. Notice it's the same icon repeated, or well, it's the same 3 icons twice. This is the left side. This is the right side. Obviously, this side they do the same thing. It's the details. This one, it costs you a little bit of progress, but it increases the amount of durability. So it costs you a little bit of green for blue. This one costs you a little bit of success chance, again, for blue. This one costs you a little bit of your power for blue. But each time you click them, you're actually rolling the dice. Not doing anything. You'll notice there's like about a 4-second delay between increases, or I should say the numbers going over my head. Let's call that a cycle. All right. Even if you just stand there for the cycle, you're rolling dice. It's a dice roll. Did you succeed? Did you fail? And it's not a black and white thing, because there are differing degrees of both success and failure. And then there's critical success and critical failure. And again, they're differing degrees. Obviously, a critical success is better than a success, but it's not always going to be the same level of difference, because you can get a low critical success. You can get a low success. Those numbers that go over your head. On the left side is, like I said, the durability. The right side is the progress. The base is -10 plus 50. You lose 10 durability per cycle, and you gain 50 progress per cycle. But that's modified based on that dice roll. You could have had a really good success. You could have ones where you actually gain durability and progress for the cycle. And there's a much greater chance of that if you use these. But again, if you use these, you are still rolling the dice. These can fail, these can succeed. This will use your power regardless, but it can fail. It can succeed but not give you the full 16. You know, it can fail and not cost you the full 16. Like, you could get a slight failure, and instead of giving you 16, it gives you 12. You can get a slight success, instead of giving you 16, it gives you 8. That gets added on top of whatever the base roll is. So that -10 can you can see times where it'll be -55, because I got some serious failures going on, and then these failed on top. But you can also succeed on these and fail on the base, so it lessens the effect of the failure. Or vice versa, you can succeed this one and fail on these, and so these lessen the effect of your success. You see what I'm saying? And then you got your critical success and stuff like that. Now, I said that successfully countering event will always guarantee a success. That's not entirely true. There are certain recipes that fall outside of the 9 crafting classes. Here, I'll show you the 9 crafting classes real fast. Skills. Trade skill. Okay, there's 3. Notice how there's craftsman, outfitter, scholar, and then there's 3 skills. Each one of these is a craft. Like this is woodworker. Notice how it's 185 and these are capped at 99. This is provisioner and carpenter. All of these are craftsman classes, but this is woodworker. I am a woodworker, therefore this skill can go to the total max. This skill caps at level 19. 5 points per skill. At level 20, what's 20 times 5? 100. Well, yeah, see, so this is a max level 19 skill. These are level 9. These are all artisan skills, because when you hit level 9, you have to choose. What are you going to be? You have to, it's your first focus. It's like you can have a major and a minor. Well, woodworker's my major. Man, my mouth is messed up today. Woodworker is my major and craftsman is my minor. I am not an outfitter or scholar. I am just a basic artisan in those. But there are recipes that fall outside these 9. They use a special set of skills. Notice how these have a yellowish, orangish background. Well, those skills would be blue on the background. And you don't have those skills. See how they're not there? I mean, there's just experimentation, but that's something completely different. They don't get modified by anything that I'm aware of. Again, they're blue on the background. Successfully countering an event with a blue skill does not guarantee a successful roll. I have seen successful counters with the green highlighted background still roll failures. It's only, I mean, we're not talking all the time, but it was a common thing. And it's been years since I've seen them, so they could have fixed that glitch, because as far as I know, that was a glitch, because they did a patch note and they flat out said that successfully countering a trade skill event now guaranteed a successful roll. But it was not the case with the blue ones. The blue ones might be fixed by now, but as far as I know, they're not. So watch for that. So there you have it. Yeah, transmuting. One last thing I want to talk about. Transmuting. Okay, so with transmuting, some people ask, how can you tell what level of items can be transmuted at any given time? It's really simple. You look at your skill. So let's go to skills, go to general, go to transmuting. Notice a minus 45. No, actually mine isn't 45, mine is 40. But being an RSI, I have a racial tradition, character development down here, transmography, plus 5 to transmuting. That's 1 full level. Remember, 5 points per level. Now everyone starts with 5 in their skill. Okay, there's no 0 skill character out there. Level 1 characters still got 5 transmuting. So all you gotta do is look at that 5. That's your current skill. Divide it by 5. That's 1 plus 5. Level 6. Freshly rolled character can transmute level 6 and below items. If you don't believe me, try it. Try to transmute a level 7 item first thing and you'll notice that you can't. But if you try to transmute a level 6 item, you can. And you'll be able to tell by clicking the transmute icon. This is transmute right here. Notice how it highlights the cursor. Now it's gray because I'm not actually targeting anything, but if I move over this, it's red. It's level 93 item. Well, let's click on it. Couldn't transmute it, but down here it tells me you need at least 440 transmuting skill to transmute the gift of Protoxylus. You have 45. So if you take 440 and you divide that by 5, which is some number, and then you add 5 to the number that you get, you're going to come up with something, which should be 93. Yeah, let's check that. So come on, calculator. There we go. 440 divided by 5. 88 plus 5. Oh snap, I was right. 93. See? There you have it. 93. And let's look at the item. 93. So now, notice how it says I have 45. That's taking into account all of my bonuses, which right now is just my racial bonus. There is a cloak you can get that adds 25, so that's 5 levels. Well, 45. What is 45? Well, you divide it by 5 and you're going to get 9. You add 5 to that, you're going to get 14. Now, I like to keep track of this stuff, so on my guild page, I put it under the notes. And what I do is every time I gain a skill point, because if I go out and I transmute something right now and my skill goes up by 1, that doesn't increase my level. that has no discernible effect when you get down to it, because 46 is the same as 45. So I would just add a -1 to let me know that I'm 1 into it. -2 if I get another one, -3, -4, and then once I get the 5th one, I would just change it to 15. Simple, right? But all you really have to do is just look at this number, divide it by 5, add 5. The end. So that's how you do transmuting. And as I said, the next time, hopefully I will be a level 80 woodworker, because that's what I need to be. I can then make the item for my wizard, and he will have his weapon. Oh, I should mention commissioning. Commission Commission trade skilling is a little different from normal trade skilling. You both need to be standing next to the proper crafting station. Like in this case, it would be a sawhorse over there. The crafter targets the commissioner. So my warlock would target my wizard, and then I would click the begin button. But instead of beginning to craft, it would open up a special window where the wizard could then add things to the window, things such as the fuel, the primary component, any payment that I'm going to be offered, whether or not I get to keep the leftover materials, stuff like that. And then when the wizard is satisfied, he's going to click accept. When I'm satisfied with that, I'll click accept, and once we've both clicked accept, then it's going to go into a regular crafting window on my screen, being the crafter, the warlock. The wizard will see the same crafting window, but it won't have the icons down there. It'll just have the progress bar filling up or dropping or whatever. So basically he gets a real-time progress bar of what's going on. The moment the item is completed, the item immediately goes into his inventory, and the stuff that we agreed upon in the previous window will go into my inventory, and then we both go our happy ways. Everything's cool. The reason it's done that way is because in the case of the epic, it's a no-trade weapon. I cannot just give it to my woodworker to craft and then have him trade it back, because it's no trade. And I can't craft it for myself because you can't have two people on from the same account at the same time. So I do have a woodworker, but it's on the same account as a wizard. So what I have to do is I have to make a second woodworker on this account. This is Misty's account. And once she is level 80, I'll be able to log both accounts on at the same time, have them done that. Everything will be great. So that's what trade skill commissioning is all about. It's also if you want to trust the person, but you don't know them, and they've got kind of a bad reputation. Well, this way they can't screw you out of it. If they have to make the item, they don't get anything until the item is complete. The payment goes to them when it's complete and all that stuff. I don't know if how that works with failing to complete the item, but at least you'll know that they failed to complete the item. They didn't just say they did. I've actually had people do that before. Not cool. So yeah. So next time we should have the Wizard Epic finished. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Peace out.